Top of the morning, money trailblazers. It is Sunday, the 21st of September 2025. It is around 10:15 in the morning. Just got to Delectable for brunch with Mitibana Cotello. We haven't seen each other in a very long time, so we are doing a quick breakfast brunch situation to catch up and find out how she's doing, to find out how I'm doing, and all that jazz. So from the brunch, I actually stopped by Clicks to get some toiletries. And guys, can we talk about how expensive things have become? Literally bought about 6-7 items and 900 bucks gone. How ridiculous is the cost of living and the cost of toiletries in this current economy? It is absolutely insane. So I'm gonna do a quick brunch like I mentioned, and then from there I'm gonna go home and get ready for the brand new week. I checked in a couple of I checked in my guests into the Airbnb yesterday, so they check out tomorrow. And yeah, it's been a very laid back, chilled weekend, and I hope that the rest of it will go in that way. But let's talk about how expensive things have become in this economy. My goodness, it is wild. Top of the morning, money trailblazers. It is Tuesday morning, and around 9:30 I'm on my way to my piano lessons. So I do play piano every now and then as part of my hobbies, and I've been missing these lessons for a while, so I'm on my way to do some piano lessons. Today we'll be focusing on the music of the theory of music, and then we will resuscitate these lessons that I've missed for almost 3 months now. Crazy business. So come with me as we go to the piano lessons, and then I'll come back to the office and then take the rest of the day off because I do not work on Tuesdays. Yes, so that's what's happening. Let's go. All right, just completed and finished the piano lessons. I'm feeling very good. It's always so good to connect and touch the piano, connect with the music. Not only that, it also gets my mind off a lot of things because in that moment, I just focus on the music. I focus on reading the music and playing. So if you are thinking of starting your piano lessons, I'll plug all the details here. The poster for my music teacher. He's really cool, very chilled, very patient, very, very patient. And for me, it's absolutely that highlight of the week where I just get to plug out, plug, unplug, unplug, and focus on playing the music. And I'm hoping to really improve, and I'm hoping that one day I'll have a piano in my house because I've loved having a piano. So if you want to start your music lessons, I will plug all the information here. And this is a hobby that you can literally just start and grow and become better at it. Head to the office. Cheers. Top of the morning, Money Trailblazers. Today is Thursday. It's around 7:30 in the morning. I am leaving the office to go quickly pop into Bokamoso FM for the weekly finance show segment with Miss E and on her breakfast show. And what I love about Bokamoso FM is the fact that it's a very young, vibrant show, and Miss E is such a perfect host because she really helps us make finance fun, relatable, and engaging. So I'm also excited because today is day 2 of the Lesotho Employers Umbrella Provident Fund workshop hosted by Professor Mhango. And why this is exciting is not only because I'm the principal officer of the fund, but also because retirement conversations are at the center of what I absolutely love as a finance professional. So from there, I have a coaching session, have a meeting. So it's a jam-packed day. I also have guests that are coming in for Airbnb that I need to check in. So I'm trying to see how I can navigate all these things all at the same time while still staying sane. But where there's a will, there's always a way. Let's go to do some radio, shall we? The traffic in Maseru is absolutely insane. I am late for the radio show because I went to the wrong studio and now I'm stuck in traffic. I don't know if I'm going to make it because, yeah, welcome to the city of Maseru.
So much, Abuti Peter Lex Mpagayanis. Let's catch you again, Hossein Wanesu. That was Peter Lex Mpagayanis coming through with the sporting update. Catch him again tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on Bokamoso Nights. Who's also an author, also known as Dukison Tebe in studio.
Miss E.
Oh my God. Good morning, PK.
Good morning to you too.
How do you do?
I'm alive with possibility.
No,
I am
you are.
attracting all this money and all this wealth into my life.
No,
and
you
I
are.
speak that into your life as well.
I receive all
Sure.
of it. Let me tell you, when you came in with your big car, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, these money adventures are adventuring.
Exactly. So this is what happens when you are a content creator collaborating with amazing brands.
I'm telling you.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
I'm telling you, like, these are the perks. These are the perks. No, I think you're at a level of your own. As far as content creation, especially in the context of this country is. Yeah, no.
Sure.
You're up there.
It's a business.
Because also you started a long time ago.
It's a business.
Way before most of us.
Consistency.
Yeah.
It's a consistency, it's a hard work, it's an investment into the art.
Yes,
because it's a business. Treat it like a business, you'll reap the rewards.
Let me tell you, no one does it better than you do. The person that I thought to be a credible person, towards the deal that they can't refuse, right?
Sure.
And now I trust them. I thought they were credible. Sure. I trust them, and I'm like, okay, no, this person, hi, TK, this is legit, right?
Sure.
So then, how do we then vet these people in the correct manner?
Sure. It's a very interesting question because a lot of these Finfluencers specifically, the likes of TK, for example, we go on these online platforms, digital platforms, to share our experiences. Oftentimes, some of them are literally just sharing their money experiences or their money mistakes or encounters with finances, right?
So these are mostly personal experiences.
Personal experiences, right? So that's the first thing. Be aware that these people are sharing their personal finances and what they are learning, right? Secondly, is not all of them are certified financial planners. Not some of them don't even have a background in finance altogether. But what makes them relatable is the fact that they are able to break the complex finance things into relatable, digestible content on a daily, right? So first and foremost, you need to understand that we are operating at that level. So when you do follow them, which is great, follow them with a pinch of salt. And I'm not saying don't trust them, I'm just saying follow them with a pinch of salt because they are human beings and some of us are out here to get the bag, right? Yes, the intentions are great. We want to share information, we want to communicate, we want to do all these amazing things. But it's also important to remember that it's personal experiences. It's even better when the Finfluencer is also a finance professional because then the knowledge that they share is a bit more intense, a bit more comprehensive, a bit more accurate, right? I'm not saying those that share their personal experiences, a bit more informed, yes, they understand the concepts that even better when they're in practice because then they can bridge the two worlds and simplify finance content. So it's important for us to follow with awareness. So I think for me as a creator myself is I always say the first thing a finance influencer needs to say is they need to make a disclaimer. This does not constitute as financial advice. If you are looking for financial advice, go to a licensed, authorized what. That's the first thing. Exactly. The second thing is you as the consumer, like I mentioned last week, it's not just because I'm talking about taxes. It does not mean that it applies to your individual situation, right? So you do need to take the information because it's information, digest the information, interrogate the information, sit with this information and ask more questions and then personalize it to your specific position. So a lot of us say, TK said I must do this. When I'm speaking about taxes at that level, I'm talking about taxes in general. Your business could be in a different sector. So say for example, I'll talk about tax rates in Lesotho is 25% on companies. But if you're in farming and manufacturing in that particular context, then it's a different conversation altogether. So then we need to tailor make it to your specific individual. That's why it's always so important to go back and say, what is it and what does it mean for me?
For me personally. So now which bit am I taking and which one am I leaving? Okay, so now that makes sense. But then hey, when I as a content creator now, right? And someone who's a influencer as well, so say now a bag comes, ne? A bag comes that you're like, yo, this could end all of my problems. What does it take? What do you think it takes to just say, you know what, my brand is more important, more deals will come? You know?
The opportunity to say no it's absolutely important. It's absolutely important. Like you mentioned, I've been doing this for many years and I started from nothing, right? Started from nothing. So when a deal comes, firstly I ask myself, does this align with my values? Secondly, would I go and sell this to my grandmother? Would I sell this to my grandmother? So you need to have some level of cautiousness and some level of awareness and empathy. If I would not sell it to my mother or if I would not promote it to my family and loved ones, then why am I promoting to my community? Thirdly, I also need to understand that my community really trusts me, right? So I have a responsibility to them to give them factual information, accurate information. Yes, the bag is important, but at what cost? At what cost, right? So I'm always so protective to say, that bag could be. And again, if I'm doing content that's relatable to me and aligns with what I've been building and aligns with my brand, it's easy for me to create the content. The moment the bag comes and it's not in alignment with what I do, then it starts feeling like work. That for me is a red flag. The passion is gone. Now it's, I don't really believe this. And I've declined a couple of gigs where they were saying, oh, you're so good at this, promote this and this. And I'm like, this is not what my community is about. This is not what I am about. And this is not something I would promote to my grandmother. So no thanks. And you look at the bag go and you're like, oh my God.
So you personalize it. You bring it home and you're like, you know what? then what is it that I'm selling if I'm not going to sell it to my loved ones?
Exactly.
So that's leads to credibility.
Credibility and longevity. Longevity, because again, you've built this community and they follow you because of your content and the quality and how you deliver it. You don't want to mess it up for a quick buck.
True.
And the buck could be big, and it's always very big.
That's
but
why,
at what
because
cost?
It then forces you, if you are in a tight financial situation, to say, you know what, this could end all of my problems. You know, and then you're like, you know what, let me tell these people to put their money into forex trading.
Oh, and again, if I wouldn't do it, and again, like I remember I was once approached by a betting brand to say, hey, I'm like, I would not do this. I would not do this. I wouldn't take my money and I wouldn't go there. So why would I promote something that I would not do? Similar to from the lifestyle perspective, if I'm invited to an event that I would ordinarily not go to, even without the brand deal, even without the money, I won't go.
Yeah.
You know, so you always have to come back to yourself to say, would I do this?
What are my values?
What are my values? So you need to have values and you need to have some level of credibility.
Yeah. It is 10 minutes before we get to 9 o'clock. It is Tukison Dora the Explorer with a whole lot of aura, who's also an author in studio, giving us some financial advice, nuggets of wisdom. Let's go for a short ad break, and then after this, we continue the conversation. Do remember that at 9 o'clock, Tasha Macheta will be coming through with Minyamkizo Yabasani.
And it is my honor to hand the microphone over to him now. Thank you so much for being here with us today, and I hope that you enjoy this event.
Everyone was able to attend as we welcome our new staff. This is an exciting time in the U.S. State Department. During usually June, July, and August, we have regular transition. This year it was pretty significant for our team. We have, as Jess was noting, only 2 people were here last year, are still here. And so we wanted to do this reception just to welcome them. And
yeah, of course you'll be here.
Oh, I think it's a lot.
Yes.
Is Chapa Mokoko, but otherwise I'm known as Chapa in the streets of music and the streets of our country. I'm not going to be long today. I just want to pass my vote of thanks to the Honorable Minister.
Morning as we officially open the Lesotho Spring Music Conference. Allow me to extend a warm welcome to all of you, especially our international guests, and to thank the organizers, artists, and industry partners who have made this important gathering possible. This conference took place at a time when the creative and cultural industries are gaining increasing recognition as vital drivers of economic growth, social cohesion, and national identity. Music, in particular, is not only a universal language that brings people together, but also a powerful industry that provides employment, nurtures talent, and strengthens cultural diplomacy. For Lesotho, music is much more than entertainment. It is a living expression of our heritage, our traditions, and our aspirations. From the rhythms of traditional music to the contemporary sounds of our rising artists, music continues to tell the story of our people, past, present, and future.
With a lot of musicians as brand ambassadors for LNIG Holland, and as you can appreciate, we are a financial institution. So in that journey, we have come to realize financial responsibility and literacy hasn't ready for our musicians. And kannete mabaka a bona ha ba leka ho a fumana jwalo ka ha a qeta ho botsa hona how many have squandered their earnings in one go. Mabaka a bona ha ngata ho feta hanyane, it's not because they don't have money, it's because they put pleasure ahead of responsibility. And coincidentally, as part of my MBA, I was doing a survey where I needed to talk to a sample of musicians, trying to assess their level of financial literacy and responsibility there too, and how many of them actually consume financial services products, and if they believe that through their brands they can be good ambassadors of financial services products.
My expertise are in financial planning, and financial planning is a personal journey that you and I must first have for me to understand your goals and aspirations, and also your personal life in general, so that we bring all those elements into the financial plan. It is important we talk about those elements first, because without incorporating them and understanding them, whatever the financial plan we're going to make will fail the first day. One of our artists here was genuine to say he has had the payment and spent it the first day because he was trying to meet a social need in himself, celebrating himself, or doing something that was important at that point. So I think the topic is to talk about financial literacy, but I think it's more important to talk about financial planning and how it impacts and affects us going forward. So financial planning has about 5 elements or 6 elements, where we talk about the person. Who are you? How many are you at home? Are you a breadwinner? Out of your siblings, how many are working? What are actually the financial dependency on you as a person? And also, what are your goals? How long do you want to achieve these goals? As a musician, maybe you are performing at a certain level, but you aspire to perform at big events. And maybe there is some level of investment that you need to do to get to those big events. So we need to understand that journey, and that journey, you know it, and the financial plan doesn't know it. But if you tell that journey, then in whatever the financial, not sure how much salary you are making, from your business. So we need first to determine the salary that you are making, and then after determining that salary you are making, then we will be able to formulate a plan that will say if you're going to retire at the age of 45, at least you need to have this much money in your account that is going to finance post-retirement life. So if you want 10,000, and then there will be a plan that will be based on 10,000, growing it by inflation. At that level where you get to 45, that you will still have an equivalent of 10,000 that will cater for your lifestyle as you have built it when you are still at your prime times. So it's retirement that we need to consider. Another one is the issues of health planning. Medical aid is there as a product. It is quite pricey, and you find that when you are at your prime time, you are able to afford it. But will you be able to afford it when you are no longer at your prime time? And what is the plan if you will not be able to afford it? One could be, yes, I will accept that I will no longer have access to private healthcare services. I will go to other means where it is cheaper. It is also a plan, or we can include into your plan that as
my name is Tukiso Ntele, popularly known as TK, the Finance Traveler. I'm a financial advisor, as has been mentioned, but I'm also a content creator. So I'm not a musician, but I am in the creative space. So opening thoughts, I try to not ask chat or AI to give me pointers. I email or WhatsApp message on this yesterday to ask what he was going to ask. And he was just about the conversation. But for what it's worth, when we talk about distribution and when we talk about monetization, as a content creator, of podcasts more specifically, for me what comes to mind is how do you get your message to as many people as possible, but without working too hard. I'm a firm believer in working smart and not working hard. And as I said, you know, we share the home with the thinking, all of us will need to buy like it's a good as a casa, thing I see. What's that will be? Share the house of pension and how it's having thing more like hate or text a guy with DDP. But my son have 25% get one net to go back over to share the house of facility, but it's not going to be better as a school of better.
Top of the morning, Money Trailblazers. So today is Saturday the 27th of September 2025. It's around 8:30 in the morning. I just checked out my Airbnb guests, and then I'm gonna head to the office for a financial coaching session, and then catch up with go for brunch with a friend of mine, Mampini, just to catch up and find out how life is going. So what's fascinating for me when it comes to Airbnb is because I have a bond and like I mentioned in previous vlogs, is I always find creative ways for the house to pay for itself. So one of the ways I go about that is Airbnb, and because I'm also very passionate about the tourism sector and hosting people, and I create travel content as well on this platform, Airbnb is really exciting because you get to meet exciting people. You get to really show people your side of the hospitality, or how you can host people rather, and also you get to really just learn about people and where they come from, the different cultures. I've hosted a white couple, I've hosted people from South Africa, from Botswana, from Eswatini, and from Lesotho as well. So you get to really immerse yourself in different cultures and how people prefer to be hosted. But there's also a lot of work, from checking people in to checking them out to making sure that the house is clean and the house is ready. And sometimes the investment you have to make into creating experiences that people yearn for. I mean, people are paying you, so you need to be intentional about that. So it's really an interesting journey, and I'm always so excited to host people. So I've just checked them out, and now I'm gonna head to the office for the coaching side of things, and then let the weekend to begin. How are you guys doing? Let me know what else you want me to talk about on this podcast, not podcast platform. And be sure to check out my other podcast, The Open Corner, where we talk thought leadership, but also Money Adventures, the TKO Money Adventures, where we talk everything finances. So yeah, let's get to work.